Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jaywalker. Today, Ghost Stories for Saturday, episode 5, First Contact. Today is the first, almost truly paranormal experience that I can really single out. I can really say, yeah, I don't know what happened. And this took place about 14 years ago, just before my wife and I got married. It was at a point where I was living in Ogden, and so I was living in Ogden. I lived about 1.5 miles away from the Ogden City Cemetery, and so it was somewhere that I went and walked to and through often, daily, in fact. Before going to work, I worked at Target, and I worked swing shift afternoons. So prior to going to work, usually in between school and work, I'd be going to walk through the Ogden City Cemetery. It was just what I did. Maybe it wasn't a mile and a half, maybe a mile or less or short, but right around a mile. And there was one night after getting home from work, I couldn't sleep. So it was going on about 1 o'clock in the morning, and decided to take a walk. It's kind of without thinking too much about it, went my normal route of walking down towards the cemetery. Got some video that I recorded previously. I'm gonna toss in here that I did at Ogden City Cemetery from the spot. We'll meet you back after. Hey everybody. So as part of this ghost story, I just want to give you a visual for where I was at. I was walking down from that end past where all those cars are. As I was walking down this way, I had made it. I apologize for the shakiness of the video. My gimbal went out on me. So as I made it about to this point, I stepped. So it was, even though it was 1 o'clock at night, it was still in the 80s, probably close to 85, maybe 90 degrees out, and I stepped into a spot that was about 20 degrees lower in temperature, and we're talking, drastic difference. And took about 2 steps to about here, and that sensation of cold was gone. It was back up to the normal ambient air temperature, and I had, it was just a strange experience, nothing that I could explain. You can see right over there, and maybe over there, they have sprinklers on today, but like I said, it was 1 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. They only sprinkle and do the watering during the day. There's no water, no breeze. Today it's kind of breezy. There was no breeze. Even the breeze today is a little on the warmer side. But this is it, the place of my first straight up ghost experience, paranormal experience. So needless to say that coming through that cold spot, I was a little tripped out by that, and so I stopped. I spent probably 5 minutes trying to disprove what I was thinking. My first thought was, well, did they leave a sprinkler on? As I mentioned, they do all of their watering during the day. I had spent enough time walking through the cemetery to the cemetery, even at night, and been past there enough times to know that they never did any watering at night, because there would have been just nobody there to take care of it, because it's It's a manually changed system. They had to change it by hand, so there was no one to do that. So it wasn't the watering system. Gust of wind, but the winds were calm. That was, there's nothing here. Thirdly, there's just no other logical explanation for any of that. Why there should have been such a drastic, fast change in the ambient air temperature and then a change right back. Now, one of the theories with ghosts, spirits, is that since they don't have a physical body, they have to pull energy, i.e. heat, from the surrounding area, air, to be able to manifest. Now, sometimes, you may not get that in hearing something, as was, my experience with the voices on the stairs. There was no temperature change, but there might have just been some other energy to grab, as it were. But for this particular instance, there was really nothing. It was just that energy, that heat that was taken, and the manifestation was the temperature change. Now, regardless of the fact that I am a believer in the paranormal, that I believe in ghosts, I'm a skeptic. And for me to really think that this was something paranormal, I had to, again, go try to scientifically disprove that it was. And there was nothing logical that I could come up with to think that it was something other than the paranormal. Now, again, in that same area, even during the day, just for some reason, that particular area, there's a big pine tree right there, but anytime I would walk past that tree even, I would just get just the slightest hint of something off, something not right, not anything that I could put my finger on, but I remember walking past that almost exact same area and just stopping for a second. Ooh, something, just getting a little hint of something pulling at me. And I'd walk through there countless times over a couple of previous years. Now, is it paranormal? I thought so. Truly, I'll leave it up to inquiring minds. Thanks for joining me again on the Jaywalker as we comb through the ghost stories. Hope that you'll join me again. If you like it, subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. We're trying to grow this, trying to get the stories out. Share your stories with me too. I'd like to hear them. We'll see you soon. Thanks for walking.